The following is a public service broadcast addressing local public affairs for the listening audience.
This is Mecca Music with the Valley Report. This week, we're checking in with the Care Center, a southeastern Madison County nonprofit that works to reduce poverty through education initiatives, employment resources, recovery programs, and emergency services. Since 2000, the Care Center has assisted thousands in the area. According to the Care Center, southeastern Madison County is predominantly rural, economically lower middle class to lower class, high school educated, skilled and semi-skilled laborers. 32% have only a high school education or equivalent. Meanwhile, 35% of the families in these areas have a yearly income of less than $25,000. 24.8% of individuals age 65 and older are below the poverty level. The combined graduation rate for all three school districts the Care Center serves is at 73%, meaning 1 in 4 youth do not graduate. This week, we are talking to the Executive Director, Angela Hawk, about the Care Center's work and their upcoming I Race Because I Care 5K Saturday, April 27th at the New Hope High School. The race will benefit the services and programs the Care Center provides. Angela Hawk, Executive Director of the Care Center in southeastern Madison County, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Well, Angela, first of all, can you tell us, how did the Care Center get started?
Yes. In 2000, there was 3 churches that came together along with our founder, Linda McWilliams, and they put their denominations aside because they knew that they needed to help people who were under-resourced. And so they founded together the Care Center, and at that time, it became a food pantry and it was a clothes closet, and they also provided some financial assistance. But today, the Care Center has grown to be much larger. It's more than just a food pantry and a clothes closet. In fact, we have a thrift store, and our thrift store provides jobs to people in the community, but it also creates sustainability for our programs and our ministries. We also serve in the schools within our service area. So we're currently serving 400 students every week in reading and math at 3 schools and in 1 church.
That is amazing. Well, who can qualify for the Care Center services? Like, who do you serve?
We serve Brownsboro, Big Cove, Berkeley, Gurley, Owens Crossroads, and New Hope. So if you live in one of those zip codes, we're going to serve.
Is there an age limit on the people that you help?
Absolutely not. We serve from the youngest to the oldest. We have an adopted grandparent program. We also have many programs from the kindergarten age on up. So when we're in the schools, we like to believe that we're able to support their educational needs from cradle to college.
Now, the Care Center is focused on, I guess you could say, a relatively small portion of North Alabama, the southeastern part of Madison County. Can you talk about the communities you serve and why you choose to focus on that area?
Absolutely. The neighbors that we serve in the zip codes of our service area live in a rural part of southeastern Madison County. And what's different about that is that there's very few resources to our neighbors, and to add that the resources that there are available are spread out. So, just to compare when you're living in the middle of, let's say, comparing the inner city versus the rural areas, many people who live in the inner city are able to walk to resources, and they're able to get to them easily, but they also have many to choose from. The difference is when you live rurally, there's very few to choose from, and the distance from one to the other is great. And we find that the barriers that our neighbors are faced against is the mountain, the lack of transportation, the lack of gas money, just to get to the grocery store.
And who is fulfilling these needs? What would happen if the Care Center wasn't there to help?
Oh, my goodness. I can't even begin to imagine. We have hundreds of volunteers. In any given week, we probably have 300 volunteers that serve, whether it's in our food pantry, in our Bags of Blessings ministry, which is a kids' food pantry, in the tutoring programs that we have. We have so many volunteers that I like to say volunteers are the heartbeat of the Care Center. We could not do it without them. However, we are serving nearly 300 families every single month in the Family Food Pantry. We are serving 368 students every single Friday during the school year, including over Christmas break and Easter break. We still serve those times when they're out of school. And what we have found is if we're not supporting their food needs during those breaks, some of those children will go without. And it's just a shame to think that there's children who are not eating.
This is the Valley Report. I'm Mecca Music. This week we're talking with Angela Hawk, Executive Director of the Care Center, a southeastern Madison County nonprofit that works to reduce poverty through education initiatives, employment resources, recovery programs, and emergency services. The Care Center has an exciting event coming up, the I Race Because I Care 5K, April 27th at the New Hope High School. Now, Angela, we talked about a smaller geographical focus of the Care Center. However, there is nothing small about the services and programs you provide for the community. As you mentioned, from tutoring to bags of blessings to adopt a grandparent in the food pantry, the Care Center does so much. Tell us more about these programs and the kind of impact they're having in the area.
Well, we believe in meeting someone in their crisis, which would be food security in most cases. Sometimes it's financial assistance. But we also believe that it's very important to find the God-given talents that people have. And we offer many developmental programs to help bring them to a place where they're more sustainable, self-sufficient. And so some of the programs that we have include partnering with other agencies that house themselves within our building. We have a launch program that serves the 17 to 21-year-old population. They help to find them jobs. They get them higher education if that's necessary. We also have a staffing agency that comes out once a month and helps provide coaching for jobs that are available. We have a GED program that meets 2 times a week and soon 3 times a week for those who need to get their GED. And without these programs, there's a lack of resources, but we're providing the resources by opening the doors to these agencies to partner with us. And they continue to help us fuel their hunger to learn, if you will.
Now, you talked about the tutoring program. Can you tell us a little bit more? What schools do you serve?
Yes, absolutely. We tutor at New Hope Elementary School. We tutor at Owens Crossroads Elementary School and Madison County Elementary School, as well as Gurley United Methodist Church in an after-school program. And so we're able to tutor, like I said earlier, 400 students every week in reading and math. And as you know, reading is the fundamental to everything that we do.
And we talked about the volunteers are the heartbeat of the Care Center, and obviously the programs that and the other organizations that you partner with. But tell us a little bit about donations, how the Care Center actually operates.
Absolutely. That's a great question. The Care Center has many ways that someone can give back in the form of a donation. We have our thrift store, which we sell items that are donated to the thrift store, which create revenue to help fund our programs and ministries. It also creates jobs in the community. We also have a recycling program on site at the thrift store where we can take the used items that perhaps are a little bit dated or stained or even holey. We will take those items and recycle them, and we are paid to do so. But on top of that, many people like to give tangible food items as well. And so some people will initiate a canned good drive for our food pantry. And we just love that. We love to see the heart of our neighbors who can meet the needs of our under-resourced neighbors. But, of course, we always take a check. If someone wants to write a check to help fund our programs and ministries, we appreciate that very much. And, of course, corporate sponsorships for our events. And we sometimes are able to obtain grant money, which will also support many of the programs and initiatives that we're doing at this time.
This is the Valley Report. I'm Mecca Music. This week we're talking with Angela Hawk, Executive Director of the Care Center. It's a southeastern Madison County nonprofit that works to reduce poverty through education initiatives, employment resources, recovery programs, and emergency services. Now, the Care Center has an exciting event coming up, the I Race Because I Care 5K, April 27th at the New Hope High School. Angela, tell us more about this race, the I Race Because I Care 5K.
Absolutely. I'm excited to share it. It's our 5th annual event. It's always been run by volunteers, and we so appreciate the volunteers who make a difference. And this is just one way. We still do have volunteer opportunities to get involved with this 5K, but we also encourage others to get involved as a racer, whether you like to walk or run. We also have a 1-mile fun run, and of course, we always need sponsorships as well. But this is also our Fuel Their Hunger to Learn campaign. And if you like YouTube, you can find a little video clip about this Fuel Their Hunger to Learn campaign under the hashtag Defend the Cause.
Tell us more about it. What does that mean, Fuel Their Hunger?
Well, this is a holistic approach to meeting the needs of our neighbors, whether it's through food security or tutoring or mentoring, whether it's GED classes, launch, grief counseling. We offer so many different resources, and we just believe that if we can meet the needs of our neighbors in a holistic way, well, then we're doing our job. Fuel Their Hunger to Learn is meant to help with any of our developmental programs as well as our crisis intervention with food security. So it is not just going to provide money to the schools per se, but it goes into our general fund, and then at that point we will then decide which direction we need the most help. Do we need to continue to support Bags of Blessings, or do we need to look at a state-of-the-art computer lab for our GED students? And so then, depending on the amount that we're able to raise, will determine how we can fuel their hunger to learn.
And how much does it cost to race or walk or run or jog in the I Race Because I Care 5K?
It's $20, and it comes with a T-shirt.
Can you tell us where can listeners find more information on the Care Center and the upcoming I Race Because I Care 5K?
Absolutely. If you go to our website, www.thecarecenter.us, you can find our current events under About Us. We also have a Facebook page for both the Care Center as well as the I Race Because I Care.
And maybe a 5K isn't your cup of tea. We're speaking to the listeners who are interested in a 5K. Are there other ways they can get involved to assist or help the Care Center?
Of course. We love volunteers. We even love our youth volunteers. They are our future. So I believe strongly that the younger, the better. We want them to get involved when the age is right, and parents know when the age is right. But they can sign up going through our website, looking at all of the different volunteer opportunities. They include contact information and who to get with as far as, which thing they want to do. And we'll be glad to. Again, I did mention that the 5K is looking for volunteers, and that will be on April 27th. We're always looking for volunteers to tutor or mentor, and we have a brand new boys mentoring program that's getting ready to launch. We always need someone to volunteer in the food pantry, especially on Saturdays, which seem to be a day that it's feast or famine. The food pantry is located at 5439 Main Drive, right in New Hope. We also offer tours on a regular basis. And every time, hands down, we give a tour, the people that are involved with the tour always say, I had no idea. I had no idea everything the Care Center does. But I just have to say, it's all for the glory of God, and it's all meant to honor Him and to further the kingdom by supporting our neighbors and what their needs are.
Angela Hawks, Executive Director for the Care Center in southeastern Madison County, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We've been talking with Angela Hawk with the Care Center in southeastern Madison County. Again, the I Race Because I Care 5K takes place April 27th at the New Hope High School. It's only $20 to race and includes a race shirt. For more information on the 5K and the Care Center programs, head to www.thecarecenter.org. all one word, .us. The Care Center is a nonprofit that works to reduce poverty through education initiatives, employment resources, recovery programs, and emergency services. That's it for this week's Valley Report. I'm Mecca Music.